Hello everybody, it's William. Welcome to my channel. So if you stumble upon my channel, my name is William, and this channel is all about programming, about game development, about app development, about incorporation of artificial intelligence, and I update video every day. So you're watching a series video about JavaScript. It's just a JavaScript bootcamp for beginners. So the best way to support me is to subscribe and give this video a thumb up. I'm trying to apply for YouTube partner program and still lacking a lot of subscribers. So really helping a lot if you click the subscribe button right now, and that really keep me going. Okay, so without further ado, let's go back to our tutorial. So we use the Chrome as a sort of IDE, or sort of a playground to learn JavaScript. The reason for that is that we got a console. So if you haven't know that and learn all that, this is a series of videos, so you can go to my YouTube homepage and click the playlist and find the JavaScript Bootcamp. Okay, so once you open any of the Chrome browser, just press F12, and you can get all this amazing console here. So it's already pretty big, so I'm going to command and make it smaller. Okay, so it become easier for you guys to see. Right now it got a lot of error, in fact all sorts of things. Let's clear that. Okay, so basically I'm going to use this console for our code. So let's start with data type, and we can store a lot of things into a variable, and then you can change that later. Okay, so remember, we can print anything out to the console using a console log. So previously we used this. Okay, so console.log, and I just enter something. Okay, so for example 1, you press it will just print 1, and the console say log, you print a string, say this is a string. You can do that. Okay, but the major thing about the program is that you can use the variable to store things inside. My personal favorite is let. It's a fairly new way of making a sort of a variable. Let is like a declaration of it, so you declare that you sort of initialize that variable. Okay, so let in the name, okay, will be let's say the name will be William JM. Okay, so once you enter that, nothing will happen, but something already happened at the background. You just don't see it right now. Okay, and of course next time you call the console and you call the log, and this time I'm going to pass the name into it, so it will just print out William JM, because I initialized the name to William JM. So I don't need to actually write that string out, but rather I just refer to the name. And remember, this is a variable, so you can change that. So we can you can change the name to different things. So for example, you can change that to say you want to get a full name, William Jamie. Okay, and then you can do that, and of course you can then console.log, and you can print out the name and William Jamie. Okay, so you can sort of change that. And so what if you want something not to change? So once you initialize it, you want it fixed here. So this time, instead of using let, I'm going to use const. Okay, not console, const. So const means the constant is a short of constant. So every time you initialize it, it will just be fixed. So for example, the email, const email would be an email. So maybe William jm@gmail.com. Yeah. So this time the email is fixed. You can't change it. So you can console and .log to get that email, you get williamjm@gmail.com, and then what about you want to change the email. So you want to change 123@gmail.com, you'll get error. Okay, so uncalled type variable assignment to a constant variable. So basically you assign this string to email, but email is a constant variable, and even though it got named variable, as if it can change, it can't change. It's constant. Okay, so yeah, fairly simple. And of course you can't change the email as well, so you can't say let email equals to say 123. You can't do that because you got syntax error, because identifier email has already been declared. So you already declare the email to be a constant. You can't just declare the email to be variable and then you change that later on. You can't do that. Okay, so yeah, and all right, so let's continue to do something even more interesting. So we got this string, and let's do a string addition or concatenation. So basically, concatenation is sometimes we use cat for it. Okay, so we sometimes use a cat for it. So concatenation is like you are using glue to stick two different parts or multiple parts together. Okay, so I think the best example for that is that the first name or last name. Okay, so sorry about that. I just got some adjustments to do with my brush. So let's do that. So basically, if you build an app, and this app got two fields, and this would be a first name, this will be a last name. Okay, so yeah, and you want to store the person's full name rather than the first name and last name. Okay, so basically you're going to store this first name, say in the first name fn, and store a last name ln, and you're going to concatenate. That means that you can plus it together. So for example, you've got the first name of William and the last name Jamin. Okay, you're going to concatenate like this. Okay, and of course you got space, so you can add a little space in between. Okay, so yeah, once you got it, let's just do that. Okay, let's initialize the variable. Say this will be our first name. Okay, or fn for short. First name will be William. Okay, so yeah, once you press enter, it just store automatically store as background. You don't need to worry about that. And last name. Okay, and that will be William Jamin. Okay, store that. So every time you want to see it, you can just console and .log, and we got our first name. Okay, so we got William, and of course you can use up arrow at the right side of your keyboard. You can just automatically get the previous commands. So you can just change that first name to your last name, enter that, we get Jamin. Okay, which is good citizen in Chinese. Yeah, pretty interesting name, right? And of course you can concatenate that. So that's our full name. So full name, remember I'm using a camel casing, so full name, the next name N will be capitalized. So full name, of course you can capitalize F as well. So full name will be the first name, so first name, and concatenate last name. But you can't just do that, because you need to adding the space in between, or if you do that like this, let me just do that like this, and you guys can see it. So console and .log, and print that full name out, and and you can see it got pretty close together, so I need a sort of separation. So what I'm going to do, remember I'm using that here, so I can change that later on. Okay, so it's a variable, it's not a constant, so I can say, let me just use that. You can up arrow, okay, and you can concatenate more things to it. So what I'm going to do is to adding space to it. Okay, so then you can console full name, and we got the space in between. Okay, and yeah, and we can do more. Okay, we can always do more. So for example, we can access a certain variable, and you can access a certain thing inside of that. So basically the full name is just a string, okay, and that string will be within Jamie. Okay, so this is string, and I can access a certain element inside of the string. Okay, so I can access a certain say L in this string. So what I'm going to do is to say because you need to console to print it out. Okay, so console and .log in order to print it out, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and this time I'm going to get a full name. Okay, and I can say dot, and this is all kind of action that I can do. Okay, so for example, I can say first let's look at the length of it. Okay, and yeah, that's it. You got 14. Okay, so let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember space, also count 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so it's 14. So basically you want to access, say I'm going to access this W here, and remember JavaScript start from 0. So what I'm going to do is to get a certain letter from the full name. Okay, so starting from 0, so this will get our W here, and then 1, we got I. Yeah, you got idea. And 14. And remember 14 we got undefined. We can't get anything. That is because you start from 0, right? So it's a common error. You should get this like n-1. Okay, so you got 14. So the last one should be 13. Okay, so yeah, the last one will be within Jamin, so it's n. Okay, and then I'm going to uppercase it. So what I'm going to do is to say I'm going to grab this full name and dot. This is the old kind of action that I can do. I'm going to find this say 2 local uppercase. Yeah, I think just 2 uppercase to be enough. Okay, so 2 uppercase, and of course the result of it will be put inside of the console log, so it'll be printed out. So console full name 2 uppercase, and F2 uppercase native code. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't get this function here. Okay, so yeah, when you add that, you can execute that and capitalize all that. Okay, so we get all the uppercase of William Jamie, and that's just a few things that you can do. As you guys can see, if you are using say the dots, okay, for name and dot, you can access all sort of thing. Okay, and all that you can just try that out, or just read documentation. But I think that's already enough for this video. Okay, so that's how you handle the string in JavaScript. Okay, and if you're still there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up. Thank you so much for support. Bye.